For fishing. Everybody's, checking out the hair. How lovely is it? Enjoy your hair while you have it, and welcome to our club. It's an exciting moment for me. It's an honor to host young and ambitious and successful students another year. Because we start this club in 2021, around 22 and 23. So you are the fourth cohort. A quick question. Have you heard about this club, let's say, from last year or maybe last year's students? Do you have any idea what we are going to do? You can just speak out loud because I don't see the chat area. Rather than chatting, just raise your hand, nod, or say something that's more important. So you have no idea. Okay, that's cool, because if you have an idea, maybe you would have an hesitation. Do I need this challenging course? It's okay. We have 38 participants, and I think there is a 39 registered students. Maybe we might have an extra after we set our teams. Well, greetings from the Netherlands. It's 12 o'clock noon here and still a bit winter. So I missed the Phnom Penh, the weather. Let me see what I have for you. So we will have a lot of interactions in the upcoming lectures. Maybe this lecture and next lecture, I will be a little bit more talking. But the rest, you need to participate like consultants. So that's slightly different than being a student. So I think the most important difference about this club is that you will act more like consultants than students. Because students are exposed to learning materials. They learned, and then we test their learnings in the exam setting. But in this course, we don't have this, learn this and I will test it. No, we will explore some sustainability developments in Cambodia in 8 different industries. It's very open, very vague starting point. And in July, you will have a beautiful presentation about your selected industries and what's going on in terms of environment, social inclusiveness, and governance of companies in certain industries. So it is a little bit unknown, and this is what consultants do. They dive into a consultancy project, and they usually don't know what they will encounter too. So that is a new skill set development. If it feels a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning, that's quite normal. So it will prepare you for your initial years in your jobs. The skill sets you will enjoy more when you start working. So that's the promise that I always make. At the end, you will agree with that. But at some point, you forget that, well, this is the learning goal. So I'll have a little introduction today. We talk about learning objectives, and I will show you a little bit how the next weeks and months look like. And then we'll set up teams. As I sent the announcement yesterday, I think you have some initial ideas about your potential team members. Let's figure it out. But the most important, we will assign industries per team. So we will have different industries from retail to tourism, education to energy, agricultural to manufacturing garment industries. Industries, maybe you have the affiliation to certain industries, but maybe you will assign to another industry, which is not a problem because our aim to upgrade your skill set. And if it's an unknown industry, and maybe industry that you think, no, it is not a sexy industry, if you wish. So it is not a problem because as a consultant, you work in an industry, you work in a company that actually your consulting firm offers. So you don't have much choice. So it might feel a little bit strange that you start working on, I don't know, garment industry or energy industry or agriculture, which you think, I have no idea. And that's the beautiful part. You will have an idea, you will have a lot of idea in the upcoming months about an industry. So that's also a part of new skill set. You will expose to an unknown territory and you will start learning and developing some content. So that is the learning that you don't see much in regular educational setting. So you will be a successful junior consultant along the way. About me, you know why I am today in front of you, because in 2017, I spent one semester at Comet teaching business strategy, first time. So I introduced the course. I think as of today, it's still, you learn this course, right? Crafting and business strategy. So it was me at that time started the project. At the same time, I am a adjunct professor in University of Amsterdam. There I teach for undergrad students marketing. But primarily, I teach executive students who are doing their masters. I teach management consulting and artificial intelligence strategy. I think AI by now, everybody knows, but I started teaching in 2019 and much people knew how AI will be powerful in these years. So you are also exposed to some AI tools, right? Who is using ChatGPT? Just raise hands. Helpful, huh? Yes. You know, generative AI is here and it will have an impact whatever we do. Even this year, I thought we could utilize ChatGPT to analyze companies. And maybe your ambition is to be an auditor or working for big four audit firms. You know, without AI tools, you will not be able to make your jobs. And also a little hint, since generative AI can analyze hundreds of files, the big four, the audit firms will need less unskilled junior auditors because AI will do it for them. So my suggestion or my initial idea, there will be less auditors needed in 5 to 10 years from now. And we will need more auditors who can, you know, master the generative AI tools will be successful. So let's see how things will go. I did teaching, but I also had managerial experience. I was, let's say, investment banking manager for HSBC, doing investment research and stock exchange analysis for large firms. I was marketing manager for Philips. I was responsible for marketing department for Turkey, where I come from. And also I did the same job in the Netherlands. So I was a manager in one of the small Dutch banks before I start my PhD. And then I did my own consultancy. Then I joined McKinsey. Who heard the company McKinsey? Can you raise some hands? Okay, McKinsey is one of the top 3 strategy consulting firms in the world, very successful. They are similar to KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, the big audit firms. They are worldwide known as, strategy consulting. So I did projects in 5 continents, doing maybe 25, visiting 25, 30 countries, and doing projects maybe in 10, 12 countries for a long periods. So I've done a lot. And last 6 years, I translate my learnings into teaching. That's why this consulting club came out. Because I did consulting myself since 2003, like almost 20 years. And last 5 to 6 years, I teach management consulting for master students. And also this is a light version for undergrad students. So that's why I'm here. So if you're on LinkedIn, please don't be shy, just connect me. And then sometimes I have things to share, but LinkedIn is a nice tool. Especially young consultants. As a young consultant, you will need that network. So who is member of LinkedIn? Hands? Yeah, a few, not many. So I suggest that you start joining that network, because before you start reading really nice material coming out from journalists, business leaders, maybe a leader of audit firm. So you will be exposed to relevant business information. Well, consultancy has been here like over 100 years. I think next 10 to 20 years, consulting will be there. Imagine everybody is now wondering about how AI will change their business. Who are going to help them? Some experts and some consultants. Sometimes I see a hand, so please join in the conversations, because I can't see all the things. If you have any questions, please just speak, interrupt, speak, and then we will carry on from there. So consultancy is actually what you will do in your business lives naturally. If you move to a little senior levels and management level, you have to analyze a business situation different than a regular manager. So consultancy is actually identifying the strategic issue, translating into an improvement idea, and communicate it to the relevant stakeholders. That includes how to make an analysis, how to report it, and how to communicate it. So this is what we will be experimenting. So we will do 5 to 10 minutes presentations every week, almost from 3rd week onwards. And it's a privilege that you are here because we only invite people who have a lot of A's in their grade list. You are successful students, aren't you? Yeah, your grades must be slightly higher than the rest, I hope. So we don't invite everybody, but only those who scored in their classes high grades we invited. That's why our limit is actually 40. And when you've finished, you will get an A grade for one of the 2 options. let's see the popularity of the options. Who just show the hands? Who has chosen exempted from FR assignment? Okay, is it half or more? Okay, now let's see who has chosen option B, business strategy assignment. Oh, it is less. Okay, the option A seems to be more popular. You know, it's I don't know how much work these assignments will take, but you know, you will spend good amount of time for this club. But once again, this is a skill development path. It is not a learning path. So you will take it with you, your skill set, rest of your life. That's why I encourage you to really take this course little more focused than you would do a normal course. Because sometimes we have a easy looking deliverable. You can do it in half an hour, but you can also do it in 5 hours, which you learn in the meantime a lot. So we will experiment it. So once again, we would like that you will have your skills about consulting. You will work in a team environment, and then you will try to come up with some analysis and some recommendation document, some communication page. Usually we have 1 page deliverable per team to present per week. So you will work on the content of that page. I will give the framework, and then you will communicate it. So that's most important skill sets, creating content and communicating it. Maybe another question, how often you work as teams in Commit curriculum? How many of you worked in a team assignment so far? Hands? Okay. I see many hands. Okay, so it was not the case in 2017 when I joined as teacher. My course was actually one of the few team assignments at that time. Obviously, things have changed, and some best practices is taken over, and it is suggested everywhere. I mean, you need to work as a team, also in your companies. It could be fun, and it could also prepare you how to deal with different team settings, different people in your team, different attitudes, different priorities along the way. Just like you work in a company, you did an audit work for a couple of months with a couple of people, and you do another audit work with different couple of people. So these settings will prepare you for your first job years. So what you will do, you will define strategic issues in sustainability in an industry. You will develop hypotheses and conduct relevant external, internal analysis. And we don't know yet what are the problems, where can you find the answers. So these are the puzzles that we need to resolve together. Synthesize findings. Yes, maybe you found 100 information. How are you going to communicate it? You can't tell every 100 items that you come across in your analysis. So you have to make selections in the form of, okay, we have 1 page. How much information can we put in that page? Okay, if we have 100 items, what are the 10 important topics in 100? And these are the decisions that you will make. And then when you are communicating, we will see how do you speak, how do you behave when you present. So it's very important consulting skills. And I will also encourage those people who don't like, speaking in public. I encourage them to present in our classes, and we will be patient because this is a safe learning environment. Speaking up and communicating what you prepare is very important skill set that you will need, especially in the later in your careers. And you better experience and make it better in such settings. Then you will have same problems in your careers. I never had this team settings and presentation skills in my school years. And I had difficulty in my early careers. First time I went to an international conference, speaking in front of people, I was so nervous because it was the first time. I never experienced that. I was scared to death, and I was, shaking because I didn't experience. I didn't try in my school years. So once again, I'm sure every team will have a great presenter. We will use it maybe at the end, but make sure everyone has some speaking time. Maybe not in the first week, but maybe in the second week. If not, in the third week. Can we agree on that? Everybody will speak? Yes. I take it as a yes. And I think you know this person, right? Well, I took this news and I thought, wow, why we should continue our project? Because we do this sustainability like last couple of years, 2021 onwards. And 2023, that information was everywhere. Even 24, you will see sustainability, ESG reporting everywhere. So it's first of all the Cambodians also government policy to work on human capital diversification, sustainable and inclusive development, and digital economy and society. So we are working in this club, human capital, because I hope you will increase your skill set. You will work digitally, maybe using generative AI, and you will work towards a sustainable, inclusive development of industry. So we covered many of those. Well, Cambodia also has 7 priorities for inclusive, sustainable growth. You see, I'm not going to read out loud every item here, but if you look at a few the areas, modernizing agriculture, diversifying, upgrading manufacturing, sustainable natural resources and agriculture abuse, obviously, social protection system, inclusive, accountable institutions, which is the G of ESG. Making the economy, full recovery after pandemic, which I think already happened. Let's see how you will find out. Invest in education, skill building. Hey, I think you heard this term before. We will work on your consulting skills, which normally you don't get a class or course about management consulting. And here we will just improve that skill. And not only publications, but events are happening yearly. And I will put 2 reports when I upload handouts. You will also be able to download this report. And I encourage you to really browse every single page, see what kind of people are working on what kind of topics. The climate change is actually only the E of our ESG framework. But once again, you will see how many organizations are focusing on that. And eventually, it has a lot of names that you can contact about your industry. So it's a very valuable document. And they have a youth panel. Last year, the Oxfam group, sent 5-6 representatives to this event. I think it was in Siem Reap. But I hope, our consulting club will deliver, 5 people, 6 people, maybe 8 people, maybe 40, I don't know. Let's see how things will go. To go and talk about Cambodia's industries and about the environmental, social, and governance things, because this is very relevant. And you will see in that report, ministers, the mayors, non-governmental organizations, embassies, United Nations, they are all working on the sustainability efforts. And climate is one of the hottest topics. So we will work on that. Our lecture plan looks like this. First 2 class, this will be introduction, and we will set the themes. And next week I will talk about, what is consulting, what is ESG, what is innovation, and then you will have your first 1-page team introduction. Then you will introduce your team and your industry. And then lecture 3, 4, and 5 will focus on external analysis of your industries. What are the facts and figures, how political, economic, social, technological developments are impacting, and what is the industry look like in terms of Porter's 5 forces. Have you heard about that 5 forces before in the strategy classes? Yes, so actually we are applying your learning into something. So you don't have to remember everything, because now you will work as consultants. If you look at the 5 forces, you will explain how does it impact in your industries. And more importantly, actually more fun, in lectures 6, 7, and 8, you will dive into one of the letters every week in your industries. 1 week, you will work on environment. The other week, you will focus on the social issues or topics in your industry. And then you will look at another week in governance. So since we will have every 2 weeks a lecture, so you will have 1.5 months for macro environment. This is warming up. And 1.5 months to focus on these 3 items. So you will have enough time. I think if you spend 1 or 2 hours per week team time, maybe 1 hour is own assessments, in a couple of hours per week, you will be fine. So this is doable. And our program will look like this. So first 3 lectures are every week, and then we switch to bi-weekly deliverables of meetings. Next week, we'll have a soft introduction about your teams, and 26th of March, and you will again present 1 or 2 pages. Your first actually presentation will be on 26th. Once again, it is 1 or 2 page per team about the industries. And I will also give some sources that you could use to understand understand basics of your industries. These are preliminary timings. If you see there is a specific week, it's the middle of exam, you must let me know timely so that we can adjust the timing. maybe it's a national holiday, I don't know. I think we quickly look these things, it should look okay. But when you think as a group, I don't know, 21st of May, you might say this is very critical for us, and then we can make the lecture 28. I don't know. So we have the flexibility. If there are really common important events requiring this change. So once again, we will not have very strict rules, but we have a framework that we need to fill with right information towards the end. So this analysis, Pestel, Porter's, ESG, there are no rights or wrongs. It's up to you how far you can deep dive and how easy you can find information and how easy of how compellingly you present it. So if you do your homework, not more than a couple of weeks per week, you will be fine about this analysis. And then when you are doing a presentation, which I think, this could be better, and I will also tell openly. And you will also see every week how other 7 teams are doing. And you will obviously notice some teams at some weeks are doing better or worse than the others. So it is about also peer learning. And I will not grade every week, every team, but sometimes I give feedback that, hey, team, are you sure that you have spent enough time this week? You can hear that. And then if it's really below expectations, I might ask you to send me an updated document next couple of days. So this will be actually the easy, relax, but you shouldn't take it that easy and relax. So that's the message. Very brief explanation how things will be developing. And I will also upload probably either this afternoon or tomorrow this lecture material. So you will receive it, you will download it. So the Pestel and 5 forces, including some macro information, will be your first deliverables. Not that difficult. And then we will work on, okay, ESG, environmental social governance. That is an ocean. There are a lot of information that you can choose, you can look, and I'm sure you will start telling me, but nobody has that information. They don't mention it. So that is actually real consultancy comes into. So we have to find ways to find out. So we will have 5 people in our teams, and I will ask you to focus on select 10 companies in that industry. So per person, you will look at 2 companies for 1.5 months. Imagine it's a bank, financial industry, you will choose 2 banks, and 1.5 month time, you will see what kind of elements they have in their publications, annual reports, websites about environment. So once again, per person, if you look at one website, 1 hour, you find what you want to find. So it looks like, it sounds like in the beginning, very broad, very deep, but trust me, this framework will guide you and will help you to swim in that ocean and find and bring some fish back to the class. The fish is out there, but you have to jump in the ocean and maybe getting confused. Hey, which direction I need to swim? How deep I should dive into? how should I catch the fish? Don't worry about that now, but expect that you will look for information. Last year, teams focused on these industries, like 9 industries, and they, based on their selections, they looked at the websites, newspaper articles, maybe their own observations. So they came up this heat map. So that Excel will also be sent to you, so you will be able to put numbers and make a similar one. But this year, I think we are lucky because now Gen AI, I mean, you can upload an annual report to company to ChatGPT and ask questions. Hey, give me sentences about environmental in this text. And you can ask question, is this environmentally friendly company? Give me the evidence. So you will, maybe there are other generative AI tools that you could summarize their points. And then if every member can make this analysis for 2 companies in 1.5 month time, and then your team efforts will deliver actually such a heat map. And that is actually will be something also new to me. So this is an exploration and creating something new and compelling for everyone. So far, are you excited for this journey? Okay, who is excited and looking forward to start? Me. Okay, not many people. Oops. Who says, oh my goodness, I wish I never joined? Who is doing this? No, it's too early to regret. I see some hands. Okay. At some point, I'm sure you will say, oh, it's Tuesday again, my goodness. Do I need this? Again, we have to present. Who's going to talk this week? And those who doesn't like talking must be talking in our classes. Worst case, we just laugh. But best thing, you will learn. Because we are all in a learning environment. I also learn every year. You have to see me 4 years ago. I had expectations that much because, I was teaching to managers in my management consulting classes. And in my first consulting club, I forgot that. I thought you would be, experienced managers. And I was demanding a lot of stuff, and students were looking at, but we are just, 19 years old students. So I also learned. So I adjust my materials in a way, and I also adjust my expectations differently. So one thing for sure, your skill set will be improved if you spend a couple of hours per week. That's the promise. And if you say, but this is not very clear to us, welcome to the new world. Nothing is clear to no one, including the managers, including the government people, including the teachers, including everybody. So things are evolving a lot, and we will together adjust our way of doing business. So that is the mindset that you will have differently. And luckily, you will have a nice certificate and your A grades. And some of the teams might be awarded with distinction or maybe one team high distinction. So this is in the pockets, but you have to work on your distinctive or high distinction grades. We'll figure it out. Before we go to team assignments, etc., are there any questions, remarks, complaints, compliments, Bitcoins? Who has Bitcoins? No, I wish I had. Oh, there is one. You know, I remember Bitcoin was, I don't know, maybe €1, $1 like 20 years ago. It was like maybe 100 euro. I think I've been very stupid not buying 10 of them. Now it's like $70,000. But we are not, as consultants, we don't go for easy money. We will do our best in our jobs and money will follow us. So, we'll have teams and we'll have industries. And you see, it's very important. First come, first serves is very important. Who has already 5 people? You have to speak. If I don't hear, that means you don't count. Maybe there is a one team representative. Start shouting out. Everybody must have a team, right? You can't escape it. And if you did your homework yesterday, by now you should be answering the questions. Okay, nobody has a team. 5 people, right? Is this...
I have a team.
Okay, then speak out. Okay, Liana, and afterwards Eminency we'll talk about. Liana, do you have 5 people?
Yes.
One moment, then I will first set up breakout rooms. 8 teams, and you will be able to choose the rooms. Don't join yet, because when we set up a team, they will go to their breakout rooms, and then we will see who's remaining. So that is how we are going to do that. Liana, did you think of an industry?
No, our team haven't thought of it yet.
Okay, so you go to breakout room number 1.
Yes.
With your team, I'm sure they know. You go to 1 and also think about how about this course? What are we going to do with this teacher? What is the industry? How are we going to work, etc. And then I think 15 to 20 minutes later, let's say 15 minutes later, I set up everything. We'll close the room. We'll have a plenary sessions, then maybe talk about the potential industries, okay?
Yes.
Okay, you 5 people join breakout room number 1. And Eminency, you were saying that you have a team, right?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, same to you. You go to room number 2, join. You can see the breakout rooms, right?
Yes, Professor.
And join 5 of you. So who will be next?
What if
Professor.
we have 3 members?
Okay, Pung has 3 members, right?
No, we have 5 members.
Okay, then you go to breakout room 3.
Yes, Professor. Yes.
Okay, who's saying next?
Me, Professor, I said I have 3 members.
I don't see who's talking. Sorry. Raise hands.
Professor.
Okay, Niguan Manet has 3 members. Who
Yes,
would like
Professor.
and who are these 3 people?
ហសុមៈមរកត and សេងស៊ូមី
Okay, anybody would like to join this team? I see.
My team also has 3 members.
Okay, so we have 2 teams with 3 members. Okay, are there other teams with 5 or 4 people?
Me, Professor, my team has already have 5 people.
Why don't you speak so, Pan? So in this class, in this consulting club, speaking up is important. If you don't speak, I mean, you're blocked away. So I think you can go to team number 4,
Okay, thank you.
breakout room 4 with your 5 people.
Yes, okay, Professor.
So I see people, no cameras. I don't know what is going on there. So 4 is gone. So we have at least, okay, other people with 5 people or 4 people?
Me, sir, me. I have 4.
4. Okay. And who are your other 4 people? Can raise their hands? Okay, we are looking at number 5 for this team. If there is a volunteer. No, if not, you will have randomly assigned 2 teams, right? You know, we will set this teams. Okay, then you go to room number 5 with 4 people. And then I think I have 15 people left, maybe a little less. Okay, we have 2 teams with 3 members. How can we make those teams little more? Who would like to join these teams? Or who has a new team? Either you set up a team or join a team, or you will go somewhere randomly. Okay, then I think now things will be the random. Okay. Nugon, you had 3 people, right? Manet.
Yes, Professor, I have 3 people.
Okay. Let's see. I can't see. Room. Okay. Okay, then you go to room number 6 with your 3, and we will assign people to your side soon.
Thank you, Professor.
And the other member with 3 members?
My team,
Okay,
Professor.
you go to room number 7
Okay.
with your team members, obviously. And then I will have the remaining.
Professor, my team is also 3 members.
Okay, you go to. Anybody would like to join this team as 4th or 5th member? So you can't choose. Then I suggest you 3 go to 8. Breakout room 8. Okay, I have. I think room 8 is improving. So we have room 5. Okay. So we are here 5 students and room 7 and 8 has currently 2 members and room 6 has 3 members. Those who cameras off, are you here or you are not? Okay, so I have room 6, 7, and 8 members needed, and I see here
Professor, I will be in the same team as Morgot in room 6.
room 6.
Yes.
Okay, then go to room 6. In the meantime, if you can connect your friends with Telegram, WhatsApp, whatever, we will wait. You know, it's important that we have a right team settings in the beginning. Apparently, room 7 and 8 needs people. Can you see rooms and who's in the room?
Professor, as me and Goi Ho, we are still discussing about the room and we find our friends. So we are in the process of texting each other now.
Okay, cool.
you
So
know,
I'll wait. Your selections, yeah, room 7 and 8 needs 2 people. Room 6 actually 4. So I would like to, you know, make room 7 and 8 at least 4 people. And so you are 3 people here, I see.
let me discuss with my friend a little bit. What do you
Okay.
think? Because we're already confirmed to join with someone's group already.
So with whom you would like to join?
Let me confirm again with my friend, and
Okay.
we'll, you know, in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, Professor, so we come up with a solution. Maybe you can assign me and Goi Ho, both of us, to any room that need to people that you think it's
Well,
suitable.
it is either choose one of you 7, one of you 8. Are you
Okay.
friends together? If you're
Yeah. Me
then,
and Goi.
okay, you join together either 7 or 8, then
Okay.
there's a 5.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
So, but either choose now. Room 7 has Lim So Nigo, and room 8 has Yim Try What. So is it 7 or 8?
We choose 7, me and Goi Hoa.
Okay. And we have one left, and it is going then to room 8 as number 4. Anglina, you go to 8, right?
Hello, Professor. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm already in group 2. This is another account I joined too.
Okay, this is another account. Okay.
I'm joining with group 2 already, 5 members.
Okay, that's cool. So
Yeah.
so we have 3, 4. Okay. Okay, then let's have some 10 minutes more team talking, and then we'll come back to the meeting again, okay?
Hello, Professor.
Hello.
He went breakout room. Hello,
You are
Professor.
back. Other
Can you hear
other
me?
teams are still talking. So you can go back to your breakout room. Do you have a question?
We have decided on the industry that we want to work on.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Which one is that?
We wanted to work on tourism.
You are smart. You come early to pick, right?
Yes. Can you repeat what you just said?
That's why you came early to pick your industry.
Yes.
You see, this is how life works.
Professor, I also discuss and you have the answer for the industry as well.
So you're a different team.
Yes.
And which industry you want?
We want banking.
Banking, okay. Sounds okay. Finance, you mean?
Yes, finance.
Soponat?
Our team also decide on the industry as well.
Which is?
We want to work on education industry.
Education.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad the 3 different. Okay, let me take no. So tourism has been asked. So I will forget names, okay? So finance gone. And education, you were saying. Samnang. Education?
Yes, Professor.
Okay. Okay, I'll just mark those industries. Okay, Lina is here.
Lina is with me.
Okay, all right. You go back to your breakout rooms, talk about your industries. When you come back, you know, your teams are assigned.
Yes, Professor.
Okay. You know, first come, first served, right? Sina, what can I do for you?
Professor, do we have to find our own ambitions like slogans?
Not yet. You
So
better focus on which industry you would like to focus.
for our team, we chose finance.
Oh, it is gone.
How about retail?
Retail. Retail is yours.
So that's it. So we can just choose out.
Yes, because you come, first served. So you come and ask for retail.
Yep.
The finance is gone, but retail is yours.
So what should our team do now?
At the moment, go to your breakout room, talk with your team. When we get together, I will explain everything to everybody. Now
So-
breakout time.
Okay.
Discuss, how would you like to work? What is retail? Try your team ambitions as well. I will close the rooms and everybody will talk about a little bit more. So I will explain more, okay?
Thank you so much, Professor.
Welcome. Frank, what can I do for you?
No, sir, I was just checking if we should leave the meeting room by now because
No, I will close the rooms
okay.
and
So-
everybody will be here. Do you have an industry already?
We are well. Our first option is finance, and the second one is retail. We're not
Both
sure.
gone. So other teams already picked that.
Oh, where do we pick it, sir? In the Zoom?
Well, they approach me, first come, first serve. So they ask if those industries available.
So
And
what are other industries that are still available, sir?
I have for you construction, garments, energy, and agriculture.
May I know what is the garment industry about? Is it all about?
It is textile and shoes mainly. But
Okay. And what about the construction?
that's construction, right? The buildings. A
Okay,
lot of
so-
people working in those industries. Sometimes underprotected. And
So-
agriculture is clear, right?
Yes.
And it has a huge impact on Cambodian environmental and sustainability. A lot of people work, poverty is there, pollution is there.
So I think we will choose this one, sir, the construction industry.
Construction.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Go back to your breakout room. So I will close every room, so you will come back here soon.
Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. Can I ask you a question? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you have a name of student that chose retail? He's actually my teammate, and he didn't know that.
No, I don't know. I don't know the names. So what team I assigned you just?
Team number 5, sir.
No. You came here and I assigned you construction. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But you say your team member picked retail.
Yes, he mistakenly picked that. He didn't ask us, and we would like to apologize for that. And
Which is the correct one that you picked now?
correct one we're gonna choose is construction, sir.
Okay, so retail is empty. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, now go back to your room. Sina, what can I do for you?
Nothing, sir.
You have your industry, right?
We're still discussing, so I'm going back to the room. I was left out just now.
Okay.
Sir, we have done discussing our choice industry and it is finance, is it? Okay. The finance
No,
industry.
finance is gone. I have garment, agriculture, energy, and retail available.
Okay, so we have a retail as our second choice. So retail is available and we will pick it then. So,
Retail, okay. So retail is yours.
yes.
Okay, I have. Let me close the rooms. I think. All right. So you are back, and some of you are happy because they already got their industries as first come, first served basis. They took the liberty coming back and asking whether a certain industry was free. So in consulting, in business, we need to be assertive. So this is maybe the first big lessons that you should encounter. Sometimes you need to find ways being assertive and approaching right stakeholders to ask the right questions. So far, I have sold construction, education, tourism, finance, and retail. So available industries are garment, like textile, agriculture, and energy. These are very important, actually top industries that require attention.
Excuse me,
Okay.
Professor, can I choose energy?
I think you have chosen something else, right?
Not yet chose.
Okay, energy. Energy is gone.
And for me, I would like to go for agriculture. I chose
Actually,
agriculture, Professor. Can you hear me?
say only the industry name.
Agriculture.
Agriculture, gone. And the team that do not have, doesn't have industry yet is automatically assigned to garments, textile garments, manufacturing. Which team is that? Can I see a hand from the garment team? Then at least I know they are assigned to. I see no hand.
It's our team.
Okay, so garment is also assigned. All right. Please note the number next to your industry, because sometimes I will speak to team 7. Let's talk. So that means energy. Team 1, construction. Team 2, education. Team 3, garments and textile. Team 4, tourism. That is hotels, maybe transportation, restaurants, cafes. So it's very broad, but very important. Team 5, finance. It's microfinance, banking, insurance. Team 6, agriculture. It's very, very important for Cambodia because a lot of people are working at agriculture. There are some social issues, governing issues, and environmental issues. Energy is one of the top topics. How, energy consumption is growing, and how are we going to produce energy? Is it fossil fuel? Is it wind? Is it sea? Pollution. So energy is important. And retail, it's the large warehouses, large supermarkets, small shops, maybe people working in the smaller areas, smaller, small shops, all part of retail. So currently, we have a very large scope. So we need to understand, okay, if that is the scope, how are we going to deal with that? So in the upcoming lectures, we will see how things will develop. So there are some teams with 4 people. So is there a team with 3 members only? You have to speak up. Teams with 3 members.
Yes, that's my team.
Which industry is
I
that?
have 3 members. Agriculture.
Agriculture has 3 people, so that is a problem. So we need to find 2 more people to your team. I think there are 1 or 2 didn't join today, but we will fix it somewhere next week. If you have suggestions from your network who are eligible for joining consulting club, like they are good students and would like to join your team, you can also invite new people to your team. It's okay. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, Professor, but like who do I have to inform first?
I don't know. Either we will bring you a random person, or maybe you have a friend who would like to work on with you for this club. So we can invite your friends to the club, to your team. Then you work with people you know.
Okay, Professor, I have a few in mind as well.
Think about it. And maybe next week lecture, you say, okay, I have 2 more people. I found it. And then we figure it out. Okay.
Professor,
Any
so
other
if
thing with
my team
3
right now
members?
have 4 members, I need to find 1 more also, right?
So what is the question?
My team right now have 4 members.
Okay, wait. Is there a team with 3 members other than agriculture? Okay. Which team has 4 members?
My team, Professor Energy.
Energy has 4. What other team has 4 members?
Professor, we can invite someone from outside of the camp to join our club or not.
My question is, which team has 4 members? And which industry are you in?
We are from team 6. We are energy team.
I put energy already team with 4 people. So if different people talk, then I will be confused. Then I will realize that you are coming from a different team. Because I only see small faces first time. So I need to make sure that I note first who is with 4 members. And in this case, only 1 team member, please speak. Next week, I will ask you to others. I ask 1 more time. Which other teams other than energy and agriculture has less than 5 members? Okay, so we have 1 with 4, 1 with 3. I say for energy team, wait until next week. Maybe there will be 1 participant will join later. Then it can be automatically in your team. If not, you can invite someone to your team, like agriculture, because they have only 3. So I give the priority for invitations to them. Worst case, we fix it, your problem next week. Can we agree on that, energy?
Yes, Professor.
Okay. If you already have a candidate, let's pick that candidate. And if you don't have more people than 40, we can invite that person. Short list a few 1, and let's see how things will develop. But agriculture, it is very important industry you choose. And I want you to work with strong people, successful people with straight A's, good English. They know to deal agriculture because it is very important. It's one of the important industries. I know it is less sexy than finance, but our consulting club will pay specific attention to agriculture because Cambodia needs that good attention. And I'm glad you took that challenge. So also a question, if I address you, should I address you with the first part of your name or second part of your name?
Second part, Professor.
Okay. Because first part always easier for me to pronounce. Like, you know, hak is easier than someko morokot. It's very difficult. You know, yim is better than chamyanit. Okay. I would never be able to pronounce properly your names. You know, forgive me for that for the rest of the course. Okay, it seems everybody has a team, right? Like we have 37 students. Either we had 39 registered. Maybe 2 students will show up next week, maybe not. We'll figure it out. And then we fix the energy team problem. All right. Looking at the time, we have like 5 to 6 minutes more. So what will happen? Any questions so far? Are you excited to start your journey? Yeah,
Yes.
I see some. Okay. You know, I will put some documents in Classroom. I will put the, let's say, one moment. This handout will be there. You have this report. And I have some example reports talking about agriculture, finance, tourism, government, education, infrastructure, construction. We only have energy and retail, which is not here. Maybe next week I could provide an old report of energy to energy team. And for retail team, you can also see, I'm sure there are a lot of publications. So you will also download this report.
Yes.
Let's say how we can continue. For retail, maybe this will be interesting. There's a census results. It's very complicated, too much, but you know, browse the documents. Let's see if there will be something useful for you. So you will be double click and find this report, and this you will download. Also, if you don't see your industry in this list, please also look at it and maybe try to find that information elsewhere. I mean, you know, Google is brilliant tool, and ChatGPT is also brilliant tool to gather information about your industry and latest statistics. And I know that this the Harrison White is working for CambodiaInvestmentReview.com. It has lots of nice information about industry. So also browse the CambodiaInvestmentReview.com to find more information about your industries. So you will download this report. You will download this one pager. You will put your pictures, names, surnames, your industry. You will put the, let's say we are number 1, construction, right? Industry. And then maybe a few words here. Maybe. So next week, I'll make half an hour introduction. And we have 8 teams, like 5 minutes. You need to be able to talk about your initial ideas, team ideas, your initial research about your industry. So you will talk about this one pager per team to present next week. And you will also read these documents. What else? The handouts, one pager, and 2 reports you will download latest tomorrow. And then we'll fix the team issues. Looking at the time, I think we are good to go for this first meeting. Any remaining questions?
Professor, would I might ask one question? If like our team did not have enough member, can we invite outside the camp address students to join our team that is not yet in the clubs?
You are energy, right? Energy
Yes,
sector.
yes, Professor, energy.
I explained. You will be here next week. I'll see whether already existing members will showing up. Then it will be your team member. If not, I will ask you to find one member outside the club now. But we will bring that successful students. But we will discuss it next week.
Thank you, Professor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was great meeting you today. I'll see you next week, this time with same Zoom link. And you only have to make this one pager. And please do spend some minutes, some hours understanding more about your industries. And also try to connect information, environmental, social, and governance issues in the background. But first understand, what does this industry look like? Like how many banks, insurance firm, microfinance is already out there? Like if you talk about tourism, what is tourism industry? Is it the hotels, restaurants, cafes? Is it the transportation firms, airlines? Try to understand what is the scope. Education. How many higher education, mid-primary education is out there? What will be your focus? This is an open sea that you need to explore. And when you present, we will also help you to finalize your scope. So if it is a little bit unknown for you, a little bit vague, please accept it as part of your development. And I'll see you next week. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, Bun Radar.